Hi guys. Hi guys. Innovation is critical to the success of any society. Join me in this special edition on the Nigeria Business TV. We're here with guys at CCHUB and Facebook NG, guys and companies that are causing a dent in the tech space in Africa. They are the next set of guys that you need to look out for. This is Dami on Nigeria Business TV.
It's good to have all these organizations that are already thinking ahead of time. So we identified 3 areas, and we've been able to find startups that can fit those areas, and they're currently in talks with one at the moment. We've done the same thing with Union Bank, and also even with MTN. One of the startups that we'll be showcasing during the exhibition has done a POC with MTN that would help them improve their customer experience center. So you go to an MTN center, and your experience will be better than what it is today. And these and many more collaborations we've done so far. We also work with organizations to create programs that support the ecosystem. Now, we've done this with a number of different organizations, and I'll highlight 2. One of them is All On by Shell. So we're running a program that is focused on clean energy, and one of the startups from there developed a solution that uses water immersion technology to put on flashlights. So basically, you just sprinkle water on it and the flashlight will come out. And it can be used in the North, in IDP camps as well, and he'll be showcasing. But another partner that we've worked with that is here with us today and is also making this happen is Facebook. Please give them a round of applause. And what we've done with them is also create a deep tech accelerator program. And why? So that we can encourage the application of advanced technologies in Nigeria through businesses, but also with consumers. So with this showcase week, our aim is to make more companies aware of the solutions being built locally. They don't need to always import solutions. There are amazing solutions here. Provide a platform that facilitates collaboration between startups and corporate organizations. And like I mentioned at the beginning, unlock innovation possibilities across various sectors. Thank you very much.
Next up, we'd like to call on the managers for startup and development programs. Kendra Nachi, Facebook. Thank you.
So seeing as CCHUB has already done, give Facebook a round of applause. Can you give CCHUB a round of applause? I feel like we're able to do the things that we do to the extent that we do because of this amazing company. So yes, thank you for essentially being awesome. Innovate or die. It's one of those really dramatic phrases you hear in every TED Talk, Tech Summit, Startup Conference, whatever CEO innovative thing that you hear. And it's one of those things that the more you hear it, the less valuable it sounds, right? It just sounds too dramatic to be true, right? But the truth is that in the age we live in today, to be successful as a company, your rate of internal innovation has to exceed the rate of external innovation. How to put it in a way that doesn't sound like physics? You have to, as a company, be more creative, more innovative, have better ideas than your competitor. And you have to do it faster than your competition. Now, in the olden days, which in tech world is like 10 years ago, it was hard, but it wasn't so hard. Because really, you could just create one really good product and live off that for another 3 to 5 years, right? Before you start worrying about what next to do. But in these days, when, as my friend will put it, cutting edge has become bleeding edge, that has become edge of the world, the velocity of innovation is on this incline that you cannot afford. Like, how do you stay ahead of a curve that is always moving forward, right? Samsung just showcased their foldable phone, and we're also like, oh my god, wow! And probably even saw that news finish, Huawei showed their own foldable phone. And I'm like, this is not Gary that you can just go to your kitchen and make. I ain't gonna do it. Right? But that is just the reality of the world we live in, right? Once upon a time, it would have taken a few years to even imagine the possibility of a foldable phone, but now it's just another day in the news, right? So how do you innovate? There's all of these wonderful things about let us innovate, but how, right? And why is it important as a corporate? You've been a corporate for the last 30 years, you've been doing well, you're obviously still succeeding, but is the product that you're selling right now and the way you're selling that product, is that going to sustain you for the next 10 years? Or is that just the road back to bankruptcy? And it's in this light of thinking that deep tech, another of those phrases you hear in the summit, comes in. What is deep tech essentially? Deep tech is anything that incorporates intelligence or learning into technology as you know it, right? So everything from artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, virtual reality, and how do you incorporate that into your business while not going above your costs because you still have to be practical as a business. How do you maintain your structure and experience as a corporate while incorporating a sense of startup mentality that helps you innovate, right? And it's how to solve that problem that makes this fostering of a relationship between startups and corporates so important, so vital. Barclays Bank did something interesting a few years ago. They ran this internal startup program, essentially, that allowed them to launch Ping It, their first person-to-person mobile payment platform, in 7 months, as opposed to the 3 years that their chief design officer said it was going to take. Because instead of the normal, rigorous, and just like very hard to move way that they're used to working, it was just a small agile team working on things and testing things and rapidly prototyping, and they were able to go to market in 7 months. This is kind of mentality that corporates need to adopt. And the way to adopt this faster in a way that makes sense is to start to look at technologies that startups are building, right? Start to look at this deep tech and in a way that you can just plug into your business. An easy example, Facebook. Instagram is still one of the most successful social media platforms. Nobody's going to argue with that, right? But a couple of years ago, they realized that people were consuming content, but were not creating as much, right? So you can go on your Instagram feed and scroll, but people aren't posting as much, right? And with some data science, data analysis, and sentiment analysis, they figured out why. And that was essentially because Instagram had become this highlight reel, right? So you see this really beautiful sunset, you take a picture, you post it. You are wearing this nice customized shirt, you take a picture, you post it. But what happens to the rest of your life? Right? So if you're just out here living an everyday life, right, you feel the pressure to have that picture perfect moment, and so you don't post that much. And with a lot of more deep analysis, more AI, more learning about their customers, that is how Stories was born. And the way the CEO of Instagram put it at the time was, Stories is a thing that happens in between the highlights. It's your everyday life. And they launched Stories, and in a year, Instagram went up to 400 million daily users. Again, this was a wildly successful company already. So if you're waiting to the point where you're hitting bankruptcy, or you're waiting to the point where your customers are not buying as much, before you start thinking about innovating, you're already too late, right? So we need to start being more open-minded, right? As corporates, as individuals even, right? Because the thing about innovation these days is, to give an example, General Electric, which is like your go-to place anytime you're thinking about engineering, they did this design experiment where they opened some of the design problems they were having internally to the public. And some young students in Indonesia, what the problem was, they were trying to reduce the weight of the bracket of their jet engine without reducing the structural integrity. And the person that solved it for them by 84%, which is not even something that was in their calculations, was some young students in Indonesia. Innovation is everywhere, right? Being able to incorporate that into what you do, that is up to you. And that's essentially what we're here today. So my only ask, both for the press, for the startups, who I am extremely proud of, and for the rest of the people in the room is, as the startups come and they talk about what they're doing and how they're doing it, think about how this plays into what you do, right? Think about how this can help accelerate your business. How does this give you the competitive edge, the competitive advantage over the next, not just today, but over the next 3, 4, 5 years, how do you grow as a company, doing as well as you do, but how do you do better using the technology? Thank you.
Some of the best minds that we have in the country, the most entrepreneurial minds that we have in the country, be able to create solutions that are not just nice, but actually solve real problems, right? So from a broad perspective, at CCHUB, over the past close to 9 years now of our existence, we supported over 110 startups. And the way our programs are designed is, they actually, I think it's grew over time, but when you look at it right now, they are designed in some form of a pipeline, right? So we have 3 core programs internally at CCHUB that we run, and those are pre-incubation programs, incubation programs, and accelerator programs. Our pre-incubation programs are for guys at the idea stage who are just starting off, who have an idea. I want to be able to take that idea into an MVP, right? While the incubation programs are for guys that have started something already. They already have products in the market, they have a few customers, and they want to be able to create a solid business structure to be able to build that business out into something really sustainable over a 12-month period. While our accelerator programs are more growth inclined, how do we have these guys understand the market that they are building for and be able to make sure that they grow in a short period of time to be able to build sustainable solutions, right? And over the past couple of years, we've worked with several partners, both locally and internationally, to be able to support about 110 startups. But the important thing about that is how we design the program to be able to ensure that at the end of each program, when everybody is leaving, they're able to not just have customers or build something that people are paying for, but then they're actually solving real problems in the society. And there are 4 key components in this. One thing we like to do for startups that come into our programs is, at very first when they come in, it's important for them to take a step back and try to just understand the problem that they are trying to solve. And that's what you would see in most cases. And one important thing that you will learn is, in most businesses, the most successful businesses that we know today, when they started off, that was not the original idea, right? So the very first time when you have the idea for a business, in most cases, it is the idea of the idea that you have, or the idea of the idea of the idea, right? And it's important that when you have that initial idea, you don't just go out into the market and build something and try to force it on customers. So one thing we always try to do is, when they first come into the program, how do we help the founders to get a deeper understanding of the people that they want to build for, of the market that they're trying to solve the problem for, and how do they create get some sort of empathy for this market?